Hopefully everybody can see me. Hopefully I can see the computer so I can see your comments because, sometimes being able to see stuff and not is a whole different thing. Um, so hopefully everybody can see and hear me okay. Okay, so I can see myself on my little computer. There I am. So I want to say hello to everybody. So as always, Leah and Lenore have set us up a wonderful snack table. So takes out the trash, recycles, puts out a variety of finger foods and snacks, places soft drinks and various waters on the table, puts out some white, dark, and milk chocolate fountains, pretzels. Uh-oh. and and kind of got cut off there, but hey, thank you so much for putting that out for Lee and Lenore. I appreciate it. Hello, Susan from Surprise. How are you? Hello, Linda and Robin and Kim from Iowa. How are you doing? Hello, Erin. Hello, Sue. Hello, Auntie Dawn. Aw, thank you, Lee. I greatly appreciate the hugs. I can always use hugs. It's been a Monday. I mean, relatively speaking. Hello, Sherry. How are you? Hello, Marion from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I don't know that I've ever been. No, if I've been to New Mexico, it was as a drive-through because I know Danny and I and Wayne went on a trip. Danny right after Danny graduated to California, so we went through all kinds of places. I'm not sure exactly all the places I went. Hello, Levi. How are you doing? Hello, Blackie Sabbath. Hello, Mimi's Jeweled Palette. How are you? Hey, Matt. How are you? Hello, Melissa. Okay, so I hope that everybody's doing good. So, for the reason I say that it's like a Monday. So when I got to work this morning, I have one of these little badges where we get to park in a different area in the back of the school. And so we have this key card that, is supposed to open the gate and let us go in there. I kept pressing the thing. It kept saying green and I could hear the beep, but the gate was not opening. So I was like, so I had to drive all the way around to the other parking lot and it was the universe's way of telling me that I needed to get me a little bit of exercise, that I needed to walk a little bit. So that is what I did. And for all of y'all that are up north, when I say I'm freezing, I'm aware that it is only 51 degrees here and not therefore freezing, but it is supposed to go down into the lower 20s tonight. So, I'm a little bit chilly. I'm a little chilly. I actually have my heater on. I have my little foot heater that I'm not next to right now while I'm live with you guys, but I do have the little footy hook heater in my craft room to use. I'm doing good, Levi. I hope you're doing good. Hello, Vanessa. How are you doing? So, I do have because technically I have 5 canvases working, but 2 of them, it's not that they've been bad. Well, one of them's bad, but it's not that they've been bad, but they're in time out. I'm specifically working on 3 of them. There is one that I did get finished and I've got to get it framed and it is gorgeous. I want to go get that real quick so I can show y'all that. Okay, so technically I finished this one that I'm fixing to show. I finished it right after Christmas because it was supposed to be a Christmas present, but it took me a little bit longer to get finished. And then I went looking around at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, Walmart. I went looking around at a lot of places trying to find a specific frame size for this. And I couldn't find it. So I went on Amazon. I'm not sure exactly what Amazon and I are not seeing eye to eye on, but I had ordered a frame specifically for this size canvas so that it would, according to the listing, now whether it actually is or not, I don't know. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Hello, Joanna, how are you? According to the listing, it is supposed to fit this size canvas, you know, good. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing? All is well. So I order it, and it was supposed to be here right before Valentine's Day. So I was going to, you know, finally be able to frame this and give it to the person that I made it for. And it kept saying delayed, shipping, delayed. Like it said shipped, right? But then it just said delayed in transit, delayed in transit. And I'm like, okay. So I kept waiting and saw no more movement on it. And I'm like, and it didn't even tell me like what city it was in. And I'm going, so Amazon itself said, you know, hey, do you want a refund? Do you want a replacement? So I opted for a replacement. I got a message that supposedly this other one was in transit. And so I guess if it actually makes it here, which I don't think it's going to make it here, I can either keep it and pay the money again for it, or I can send it back. So I honestly don't think it's going to make it here. But I wanted to show you. I was like, this is one of those where it's not super colorful, but it is absolutely beautiful. So I did this one. See if you can see all of it. And I didn't add anything specific to it. But I just thought it turned out so beautifully. I mean, like, to me, you can see the wood grain. I love how you can see the folds in the flag. You can see the rope, right? And I mean, even the little silver that they put on the medals and on the hanger there. I absolutely love it. But now I finally have the frame to be able to put this in, because I looked down at the bottom and it said, well, it's covered up here, but it had the inches, and so I went looking for that specific one. Now I'm scared because I have not actually pulled out. I have not actually pulled out the frame itself to make sure that this is going to fit. So I guess here's to fingers crossed that it actually will fit. But I was really, really happy with how that one turned out. Has anybody else done any of the service-related diamond paintings? Because that's the only one that I have done, was that one. Is everybody still there? Did we go bye-byes? I hope not. I mean, it says that I'm still here, but I don't see anybody else talking in the chat, so I'm just hoping that nothing has frozen on me. Will y'all at least know it? Let me know if if everybody's still okay, still here. Whew. Okay, so I was like, okay. So anyway, thank you, Sharon. Oh, you haven't done any of the service diamond paintings. Like I said, that's the only one that I've done. Oh, what you eating, Vanessa? What you eating? I y'all gonna laugh at me when you hear what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Um, I literally went and bought me some Lunchables because for whatever reason I'm kind of, I don't know why, that I'm kind of craving a Lunchable, but yeah, I am. Oh no, girl, you are not late at all. Hey, Kiriana, you haven't seen. So that one, like I said, is the only one I have, but I really like it. Now, the three that I am currently working on, one of them was because, well, it was supposed to be a Christmas gift, but because I was trying to get that one finished. Don't say yuck, Sue. I got all kinds of them. I got, so they have the Lunchables that don't have the snack drink or the chocolate or cookie or whatever. They're just the crackers, meat, and cheese. I got some of those that are, I think it's like there's like ham and American and bologna and American. I don't know that any had Swiss. I was looking for some with Swiss and I did not find any of those. Um, but I got and I did not buy any of the pizza ones. I have bought those in the past, or the nacho ones. I just got the luncheon meat with the cheese ones. They have, so technically I have two Lunchables that literally are the Lunchables brand, and then I have a couple more of the, what do they call them? They're like an off-brand, but they're not called Lunchables. And I can't for the life of me remember what they're called. Anyway, but they're the same thing. They're literally they're made by Armor. So they're lunch snacks. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but I know they're not good. They're not good for me. But you know what? Neither is the fattening pasta that I want to eat, or I have mini corn dogs. They're not good for me either. Technically neither is my hamburger helper or my cheese sandwiches. You know what? I have gotten to the point where if I want to eat it, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it, and it's not like I eat it all the time, so I'm gonna be all good. Snackables, that's what they're called. Hey girl, I'm so glad to see you here. Yeah, you like the pizza ones. I like the pizza ones. I haven't got to talk to you forever, girls. The teacher of numbers. Mandy, I love you to death. Girl, I'm one of those people, watch the salt in them. Girl, I don't eat stuff without salt, well, except if I'm at school, because I keep forgetting, because they do not salt anything at school. And I do eat at school, and they don't salt anything. And I keep forgetting to take me one of those little disposable salt shakers so that I can, I don't know, have some sort of flavor in my lunch. I keep meaning to do it and then keep forgetting to buy them. So yeah, I have not, but I am a salt person. Like, I'm one of those, I can't believe I fixed to admit this. So one of the things I love eating are the Cool Ranch Doritos. And I am very, very weird, especially if I find one of the chips that has a lot of the seasoning on it. Y'all don't think I'm weird. I know I'm weird, but I'll lick all the seasoning off and then eat the chip. When I make, now granted, when I make spaghetti, I do put sugar in it because it helps with the acidity. But if I eat macaroni and cheese, I put salt in it. I put my salt. I gotta have my salty stuff. That's why I love my cheese, and this is just stuff that I love. I know, portion control. And so I am working on getting better with my portion control so that I can maybe start to lose a little bit of weight. Although, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, this getting older thing, it's so much harder to lose weight. And, I have talked to people, excuse me, I have talked to people and have tried, hey, Lisa, my brain just went, boop, boop, boop. I've talked to people who are around my age, and you know, things that work for younger people, like only eating lettuce and non-flavorful foods, um, don't quite work the same with the same results for older people. Now, I am very much aware. I am very much aware that I should probably not eat, like, chocolates, and I don't eat them a lot. Like, I might have one of the little snack size little Kit Kats, one of the little fun size Kit Kats. I might have one of those every other day. I have one. Um, if I have ice cream sandwiches, they have the little mini ones. I haven't had one of those in like forever. I've got them in my freezer and haven't even eaten one in a hot minute. So like if I do one of these Lunchables and it does have one of the off-brand Oreo cookies, it has like, I think maybe 2 cookies, and I'll eat that. So like I don't eat, as strange as it sounds, I don't eat a ton of food all the time. I eat whatever's portioned out for me for school. I generally don't eat breakfast except for when I go to school. I choose one day. I choose one day that I go to Chick-fil-A to eat, and I get laughed at. My kids laugh at me because I go to Chick-fil-A to order a sausage biscuit. I am aware that Chick-fil-A is a chicken place. I know it's a chicken place. And I know that they've got good chicken. I love their chicken tenders. I love their chicken sandwiches. And I used to eat their little chicken minis, but I don't know what it is about wanting a sausage biscuit. They're first off, their biscuits are really, really good. And I don't know what it is about the sausage biscuit, but I choose one day a week, and it's always on a Friday. Well, not always, but most of the time it's on a Friday. And get me the sausage biscuit and the mocha cold brew, which is y'all, if you like coffee, first off, if you like sweet type coffee, if you like iced coffee, let me tell you something. They know what they're doing with those little mocha cold brews, because the base is literally an ice cream base. Like you could not get any better. You cannot get any better than that. Now I wish there was a little bit more kick with the coffee in a pot, coffee part of it. But hey, you take what you can get. So I limit myself. To one day a week getting that. So normally I don't eat breakfast during the week, and maybe that's one of the issues. Maybe I need to start getting breakfast, or making something for me for breakfast. I just look. I get up, try to throw on some stuff. I mean, like this is exactly how I went to school today with my little. I haven't even changed from school, and I take as much sleeping as I can get before going to work. Now I know I've missed a few people. Hey, Bestie's in the house. Bestie's in the house. Whenever you want a quick meal, you go over for the microwavable Healthy Choice Cafe steamers. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I like some of them. Here's my problem. My problem is that I'm going to make it unhealthy by putting salt, because I need some flavor. That's my only problem. I need flavor. And so far, the ones I've chosen, maybe I've just chosen the wrong ones, but the ones I've chosen, it's like eating water. Water with some texture. I mean, even the rice tastes like gritty water. I mean, so I have not had as much success with doing those. So I've done those a few times. But I mean, considering that they don't, our school meals are supposed to be healthy. And I used air quotes because they're not healthy. They're not. But I am going to try to do a lot. I am going to try to do a lot better. I am. Somehow, I've gotten me a cookbook, and I'm going to try to incorporate as much of the healthy stuff as I can. Right, Alyssa? Those sausage biscuits are so good. Um, oh, you went from a 5X to a 1X, but it may be lower than that. Oh, that is awesome. Hello, Mr. Giggles. It's so good to see you, Robert. Love seeing you here. I have to watch diet meals. Yeah, you know, that is very true. A lot of a lot of your diet meals, um, if it says low fat, believe it or not, it usually has a lot of sugar in it, which is a different kind of fat. So it may not have like fat, but it's got sugar, which then turns to fat if you're not using a lot of the sugar. So you know, the thing is that I do want to get healthier and I do want to lose weight, but at the same time, I do not want to. I don't want to be one of those people that my last meal, for whatever reason, the world takes me out. You know, something takes me out and I'm gone, and my last meal was lettuce. Okay. Because the thing is that I've been on like super strict diets. I was actually on this one diet. You couldn't even have, like, when you brushed your teeth, it had to be with the paste. It could not be with the gel. Like, it was very, very specific what you had to brush your teeth with. You couldn't have sugar-free gum. Even diet drinks were a no-no. The only diet drink you could have Diet Right, because there's no caffeine in it. So you couldn't have caffeine, your sugar, and you had to buy the protein powders, meal stuff that they did. And I did it, and I did lose a lot of weight on it when I was younger. But the problem is that with such a restrictive diet, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not have as much control with a super strict diet. So, well, thank you, Bose. I really appreciate it. I just want to be happy with myself, and so I am trying. We will see if I get there, but I just want to be, you know, I want to enjoy what I eat. So, like, if people know of some meals that are healthy for you but still taste phenomenal, let me know. Because so far what I've had does not taste phenomenals. Look, I even got what do you call it? Like the gluten-free. This is such an oxymoron. It's a gluten-free Fruity Pebbles. Okay, and before you come at me, Fruity Pebbles, look, they have changed their formula. The gluten-free, fat-free, sugar-free Fruity Pebbles taste like little mini crunchy cardboards. It's not good. So I was quite shocked, you know, because they've also done away with some of the as bright coloring, and I get why they've done it. It's just, oh Lord, Crest toothpaste, right? Mm-hmm. Like you have to be very careful. Like, it's very, very strict on what you can even brush your teeth with. Hey, Turtle Joy, how are you doing? Okay, so for those that have been following me, you know that I have been trying to work on this full crystal mystery canvas, and it's okay. I'm not spoiling nobody's mystery because I don't think anybody has this canvas, because it's from a company that went out of business. Like, literally, I bought this. Oh, Mandy, I'll call you. Girl, I may call you after this. Maybe you and I can go on a diet. See, like, if I had a buddy to do it with me, hold me accountable, I might stick to it a little bit more. I just need a little buddy. So I'm going to show you my progress on this mystery painting, because like I said, this company does not exist anymore. And in fact, I bought this when the company was going out of business. So it is not like I am spoiling anybody's mystery. I'm going to show it to you. And then I'm going to ask you if you see anything weird. Okay. Okay. Kara saw this last night, and she told me, and she honed in on the exact same thing that I thought was weird too. Let me see if y'all can. Okay. So we got us a fairy. Does anybody see anything weird up there? Am I it? Am I the only one that is like, what in tarnations is that? Because I can tell you what it looks like to me. Some parts of it I like. Other parts I'm like, what? What in the world is, I mean, I know it's a fairy, only because I saw the wings, and it's an elf fairy. Oh, I gotta put my little thingy on there. Oh, your blood sugar's now in a normal range? Well, that's good. Oh, Lee and Lenore, y'all are going to the well, bye, Lee. I hate to lose you, but thank you for stopping in. I gotta roll this back up so I can, because as you can see on right here, I'm still working on a section of it. I do not like these drills. A lot of them, if I'm not careful, will pop off, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This is not one of those paintings. See, look, I've already lost all those right there. Daggone it. I don't even know where they went to. This is not one of those paintings that I plan on keeping. It's honestly one of those that I did it. You know what? I don't even care that they're gone. I'm doing this because I want to know what the whole picture is. I bought it. It's a mystery. And I want to know the full picture. Okay. So when this painting is done, I fully plan on just throwing it away. You know, unless someone just magically wants it. If somebody magically wants it, I'll go in and fix the few sections that have, you know, messed up, where the drills have, I don't know what they thought they were doing, but they've done something and have gone haywire, because I tell you, these things have popped off left and right, because this is not a great canvas. But that will be entering the trash can. And you may say, well, why in the world would you spend time working on a canvas that you're probably thinking of throwing away? Number one, curiosity killed the cat. Okay. I am a curious being that just absolutely will lose my crap if I don't know what this image is. If I have a mystery painting, now see, the good thing about the mystery paintings with DAC, the one mystery painting that I did with Dreamer Designs, but at least with the DAC mystery paintings, there's a place that I go to that tells me what mystery I have. So I am well aware of what mystery that I have. So like, it's not a surprise. And I'm like, oh yeah. And in fact, most of the time I'm one of those that I go trying to figure out whichever it is, before I go purchase it, if I can. Because I love mysteries. Now, I have this one. I have one more by this company. And I have another one from when I very first started diamond painting, and they were the first ones to come up with like mystery. It was one like from Cat Eared, when they first did their little mysteries. So the thing with that is that if I have a mystery here and I don't know what it is, I can't just throw it away. I can't just throw it away. I am obsessed with knowing what the picture might possibly be. Now, if I get through diamond painting and I can't tell, head in her hair of what the stupid thing is, no matter how far away, close up I get. I don't. At least this one I know it's a fairy. And let's see. I want to see what y'all said that y'all saw in it. She's an alien fairy. She has a face. She does have a face. However, I think she has a mask on her face, because from here, this is all black, and then you see her eyes. You see her eyes. So that's a mask on her face. I don't know why she has a mask on her face. I don't know why we are we Batman and Robin? Is it Robin? Is it Robin Fairy? I don't know. Is it Batman Fairy? I don't think so. But she has a mask. That's what I'm, so that's weird for me. Cow skin hanging. No, there's no cow skin. There is, like I said, there is a face. Just got a mask on it. Black mask at that. So she's interesting. Fairy heard some humans coming, turning invisible. See, that was what I first thought when I looked at it too. But if you, like I said, if you look at it and you turn her, you can see that there is a mask right here. You can see her little nose and her lips. And there's something on the top of this mask, like a jewel or I don't know, something. So I am determined I'm going to find out what the full picture is. Hey, Anna, you're running late. No, you are perfectly fine. Never late. You are never late, girl. Hello, Sarah from Australia. This is a place that is on my bucket list. Australia is on my bucket list. Yeah, we all have the curiosity bug in us. Now, for something more pretty, my second canvas, actually, I have no idea who the artist is, because like I said, this was way before I started my channel. When I bought this was way before everything. I don't even think, like, this don't even have a name on it, because this company that produced them, like I said, I got it for $10, and so have no clue what it is, who it's from, nothing, because it doesn't have any details on the I kept looking, and it has no details on the canvas. Now, if it had details on the site, I don't know, because the site's gone. So the only thing it tells me, is that it's a DIY diamond painting. And I think it had the size on the other side. That was the only information that it had. Hey, Sherry Foster. So, talking about one that is gorgeous. This is my progress so far on my, this one is Onihime. Onihime. Like, how gorgeous is this? I am obsessed. I am obsessed with this one. Now, granted, I haven't gotten very far on her. Okay. Because like I said, I am taking turns working on this, the crystal disaster, and my other fun one. Sherry. Okay. See, I knew Sherry. I was pretty sure it was you. I was just couldn't remember. Well, now we've got two Sherrys. Got Sherry Foster and you, Sherry, and I don't know if I have another Sherry. But it's not beautiful. This is actually my very first Margaret Morales that I am working on, and I love the hair and the ears and the flowers, and they actually have a lot of bling in this. I did not bling it up extra. I've been really bad about extra bling. And then the other thing that I am working on is my spangler that I started in November, Coral Castle. And I am going to be finishing this because, for those that don't know, March, so next Monday will be the first, so I'm hoping to get an announcement video out this weekend, this week, because Monday will be the first live with Spangler, where we are doing the draw with Spangler. So it'll be me and Spangler. And right now I only have, I mean, obviously Randall's going to donate something, and I have DAC as a sponsor. I don't have any other sponsors right now. If you know anybody that wants to, they can hit me up. Would greatly appreciate it. I am going to try to hit up a few people, but it's just a time for you to enjoy working on a Spangler. And I'll tell you all the details, because you don't have to have a new start. You don't have to have a finish. Just ask that you not have more than 50% done, unless it's one of his biggies, like, Train of Dreams, Dragon Brigade, Snow Castle. If it's one of his massive ones, look, if you've got a little bit more than 50% done, and I see how much you've got left, trust me, you should be. I just have to know how much you've got left, and if I feel you still got a good, decent part going, you're all good. So I started this one. I started Coral Castle, so I'm not as far as I would like to be, but look at that mermaid. Look at the dolphin and the fishies, the colors on this. Like, seriously? And I love this one because it's not, it's not your traditional Spangler, right? You got your stingrays there, your dolphin. These fish are so cool. I'm fixing to get to the big funny fish. He's up underneath here. He's gonna be fun to do. And then eventually I'll get to the castle. I'll get to the castle over here. But I am loving this one. So I am going to continue working on that one throughout the month of March, because March is Draw With Me, Spangler. I've already got my little minis out. I haven't decided which mini I'm going to do yet, which mini set, but my bestie and Ashley and them are doing and I always, forgive me for trying to get this thing, I always get the name wrong, so bestie, don't kill me. It's like DP Mini Madness, I think. And I don't know why I always get that wrong, but I will definitely be working on some minis to support my bestie. And then I already have my canvas chosen for Dakotathon, because for those that don't know, Dakotathon is going to be the months of April and May. I'm doing one of the mystery Dakotas. So obviously I can't share any progress with her or anything, but let's just say, yes, I know what the mystery is going to be, but I'm super excited for it. So I'm so happy. I'm going to be working on that one. Now I will tell you that there may be a surprise or two that happens during Draw with Spangler. I spoke to Randall today, and he's checking on something, and if it's a possibility, oh my God, it's going to be, but I will make sure that hopefully if it is a thing that's going to happen, I'll get confirmation and I'll be able to promote it but I'm super excited. I'm really hoping the thing that we're trying actually works. So we will see. I know it is super sparkly. It's so pretty. This is one of those, and it is, yes, you can still get it. It is currently still in stock on DAC, this Coral Castle. One of the things that drew it to me, number one, I love underwater, and it's not just that I live here in Florida. I love underwater stuff. Originally, when I was a young kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist because I love sharks and dolphins, and I love the water and I love undersea. And so that drew me to this one. And there's no draglings in it. There are no draglings. There's fish, mermaid, castle, And so it's very unlike some of the ones that we're so used to seeing from Randall, but at the same time, very Randall. Um, and I was very blessed because someone actually, I did not have this one. And I think I only had one of the houses. No, I had two because I had Trick or Treat House and I had one of the others. And one of my subscribers blessed me by sending me this one and sending me Springtime Splendor. And if I am correct, I believe I have I do not have the newest buildings. So no, I do not have the bookstore. That is on I was not, fingers were not fast enough. But it is on my wish list so that if it pops back up, I'll be able to get in there. But I was so wanting to do this one and finish it. So I'm hoping I'll be able to finish this during the event because of the fact that I have not seen a single person with a completed Coral Castle. So I just absolutely had to be one of the first ones to complete it, or at least complete it and show it out there. But I'm close to jumping out of my skin because of this next event. I always look forward to any of my Spangler events because y'all know I love my Spangler and I love all the happy and the joy that it brings me to work on one of those, work on one of his that just brings me joy. Dakota brings me joy, so I'm super happy because I'm going to end one mystery and start a whole nother mystery. But at least the new mystery that I start will be one that's going to turn out nice because woo, it'll be nice to work on a mystery that reveals itself beautifully. So like I do love mysteries because the only reason I'm finishing these others is because I just want to know what they are. I don't care to have them, but at least the other mysteries, the DAC mysteries I finished, those are going up somewhere. That just not where it'll be on camera because you can't do that. I love his houses too. I love his the whimsical nature of them. One of these days, I'm really hoping if DAC I've been trying. If we could get, I don't care if they make his libraries into triptychs, 3 panels. If they make it into panel pieces, I'd buy all the panels to get the library. One of the library ones. So I keep trying. To get the libraries. I just need more people to go behind me and be like, yes, we want the libraries. Because maybe if they know how much we want it and what we'd be willing to do, because obviously you probably can't do one of his libraries in one painting and do it justice because that thing would be, it would probably have to take up my wall, I'm thinking. And I don't know that they have a box that big. However, if they can ship out really long ones like Dragon Brigade and Snow Castle, we have really long ones. Just make multiple panels of the really long ones. I'm just curious. If they did that, tell me in the comments, in the chat, if they did where they broke up the library into multiple long panels, how many of you would be interested in purchasing it? I know I'm already saying, yeah, ma'am. So I got. Sure, let's see. You don't have an unfinished Dakota, Kiriana? Oh no. Well, there's still ones that are available out there on DAC, if I'm correct. Let's see. Oh, you have been respectfully asked to hold off on purchasing until you do your stuff. Hey, you know what? I understand because I am currently, let's see, got 3 on my table, sitting straight across from me are 4 that haven't even been put up. Beside me are 2 boxes that have some in them, and then I've got they're everywhere. I get you. I do. I am getting. I am hoping at some point to do some destashing. So far, what I have gone into painting has been like, can I get rid of this? And my brain goes, no, not yet. So I am trying to be like, are you ever going to do this? Are you ever going to do this? And my brain keeps saying, yes, I'm going to do it. Because for me, just the act of doing the diamond painting, like they are beautiful. They are beautiful. And I do plan on hanging some up, but I just like working on the diamond paintings. I mean, like, for real. I'll be honest with you. Even if I owned, well, I have to have my Randalls. Okay, there are certain ones that I do have to own because I do plan on hanging them or displaying them, even if it's on a rotation schedule. But there's other canvases. If I could get a job just diamond painting, just someone sending me the painting, like they bought the painting, they sent it to me, I do it, they pay for the shipping back. Look, that would be, I'd be, hey, yeah, please. All day, well, not all day, every day, because I do have work, and school that I have to do. Speaking of, I need to tell y'all about what's going on with school. Oh, I've lost my brain is what I have. Levi, yes, his library paintings are on his site, randallspangler.com. If you go there, he does have where you can see the pictures of his libraries that he does. And, oh, they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Sherry, when I met Randall face to face, I fangirled in all different ways that you could possibly imagine. I think it scared him at first, but then then he was fine with me because then he heard the chanting of his name, and then he was like, grabbing onto my hand, going, "Oh my gosh, now I'm nervous," because he did not realize how much we just love his artwork, and like he's like a celebrity to us. So I fangirled when I very first saw it, and got to have a picture with him. And it's still surreal to me that I can say, oh, I just got off the phone with Randall, because he's so down to earth, and he is such a sweet, kind, gentle, caring person that it's unreal. But these artists, they are just people. Just like actors are just people, but we hold them to a high regard. Hello, Bambi. How is doing so Dakota Dateweller. So we're doing the Dakota-thon. My bestie and Alyssa, who is also in here. Alyssa and I are on the committee with my bestie and Rochelle, and we're doing, it's a Dakota-thon. And it goes for 2 whole months, the month of April and May. You don't have to have a new canvas. You don't have to have a finish for the event to get in for prizes. But you do have to have a certain amount left to paint. And I know Kara's going to get that out to everybody, or we'll get it. We will disseminate it, because I can't remember in my head right now the actual dimensions, and I don't want to get it wrong, but you do have to have a certain amount of a canvas left to diamond paint. That is something that we do ask, and we ask that you make progress. But there is a Facebook group for Dakota-thon, just like there's a Facebook group, Draglings and Books, for the Spangler event, because even though Spangler will be on my live every Monday during March, the actual event runs through the Draglings and Books Facebook page. So if you're not in Draglings and Books, you can join, but you do need to answer all the questions. Okay, make sure that you follow the rules and you answer all the questions, and then we can approve you, and we just have a whole lot of fun. Hey, Diamonds by Will. I know. So you're all in for the library? I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, I would so, yes. I want them libraries. Right now, you're doing a DAC. What was that? Right now, you're doing a DAC Mickey and Minnie. Oh, I bet that one is cute, Sherry. Um, oh, Aaron, you work at a library. So yes. See, that is one library that would not be going to a library. That is a library that would be coming to my house. And that's it. Right. Jim with Jen, I think that the panel style would really sell. And I mean, even if they had to sell it separately, you would know it goes together. And, you purchase it. I honestly think that people would purchase it. You'd buy all of them? Right. I know. Anything Spangler. I absolutely love it. It's a Spangler, it's bought. Thank you, Alyssa, for linking the libraries. You do paintings for friends. See, my problem, all of my friends that I have, I've kind of gotten into diamond painting. In fact, y'all, I'm so excited. So I started a crafting club at my school, just for teachers. This is not for students. This is just for teachers. So right now we're doing once a month. And because I'm the one starting it off, I'm starting the first one as a diamond painting one. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some older canvases. Now, granted, look, I'm just going to be perfectly real with you. I am going to start off with bringing some of the cheaper Amazon type ones that I still have ones of. Okay. I'm going to take a lot of those. I may take a few of the DAC. But I am providing diamond paintings for them to try, because pretty much everybody that is coming to the crafting club has never diamond painted before. And so I didn't want to overwhelm them, number one, with a big canvas, because Mandy will tell you, I started her off with diamond painting with the DAC, but at least it wasn't a massive one, right, Mandy? I didn't start you off with a massive one. But I figure that they probably want to start with one of the smaller ones, just so they can find out if they like it. And then if they do, so that's my problem, is that I try to turn my friends into diamond painters. And so then they don't want me to do the diamond paintings for them. They want to do them themselves. So I guess maybe I mess up on that front. By trying to get all of them interested in diamond paintings like me. So, Anna, the Draglings and Books, so that is an event that happens during the summer, but the Facebook page is called Draglings and Books, the official Randall Spangler, Facebook group. So it is the name of the Facebook group, but and that is why during the July event it is also called Dragon's Book, because we have 3 events. So, which I think someone already did. Alyssa already got it for me, didn't you? I love it, girl. You already got me. You got me. Alyssa is like the fastest, bestest. She knows how to get all that information out there. I love you so much, girl. But for those that do not know, we have 3 events a year with Spangler. The first one in November is Season of Spangler. Then there's this one in March, which is called Draw with Spangler. And then there's one in July, which is Draglings and Books. So we have 3 different ones, so that you don't, you're not inundated with Spangler, but at the same time, if you finish an event and you're like, oh, when's the next Spangler? It's coming along before too long. So, yeah, that's why we try to do that. Oh, yes, I watched Puff the Magic Dragon, too. I also, for me, his Draglings kind of remind me of Dragon Tales, the cartoon that I used to watch. I love Dragon Tales. I fell in love with Dragon Tales. Now, granted, that is not the first dragon I fell in love with. First dragon I fell in love with was the Luck Dragon from the Never-Ending Story, Falcor. That was my very first, dragon I fell in love with. Then I started, and then just dragons just became a thing for me. It has just been my little, Mandy says her stash, her obsession. It is in fact my fault because I introduced her. She was just a crafty person, and I managed to draw her name because we used to work at the same school together. I managed to draw her name for Secret Santa, and I thought, ooh, she says she likes crafts. So if someone tells me they like crafts, and I draw their name, you got to get them a diamond painting, right? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? You got to give them a diamond painting. So I did. And now here we are. She loves diamond painting. So I have managed to get her into it. And I am not ashamed of that fact. Oh, Pete's Dragon. Oh my goodness. Pete's Dragon, Elliot. Oh, Elliot. Yeah, if it's a dragon, I have at some point fallen in love with it. I'm pretty sure. Now, before we end up, because I can't believe we only got 5 minutes left. Dragon Tales was my childhood too. The singing, oh my gosh. Hey Kim, how are you doing? I think I had my kids. I had my kids watch but then again, I made them watch Smurfs, Fraggle Rock, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a lot of the old movies I had them watch, Dragon Tales, DuckTales, Tailspin. I had them watch so many of the things that I loved, and they ended up loving them too. But so this week, or technically last week was super busy. I ended up taking my one of my son-in-laws. He got a new job driving here for the city, and I was very proud of him. So we went and took I took him out, him and Jasmine the baby and him to go out. So we did that on Monday, which is why I was not on a live Monday. It was because we were celebrating his new job, very proud of him, and I wanted him to know that we were proud, and that was a day that he had available. So I do apologize for not being here last Monday, but we were doing family things. And then Tuesday, see all of my people that do the book live, I apologize for not doing the book live, but the reason it didn't happen was because my youngest, my baby, his birthday is coming up, and he only had that day, Tuesday, available. So took him out for his birthday dinner. Then Wednesday I had my meeting because I am part of the Forensic Honor Society, and we have a project that we are doing where we have to go present the program to high schoolers at a different school. And so we have to meet every Wednesday until we do that, and that's in March. So I feel like the oldster of that group because, well, they're all kids. I mean, they're not kids, but they're kids. They're younger. Okay, they're just the younger set, and so I feel like the old bag, because number one, like I said, I am the oldest. Where there's only I think 8 of us in the group, and so I feel like I have had to put my 2 cents in because I've had to rein them in on certain stuff that you can or cannot do when it comes to schools and high schools, and what we do as forensics and what we can show, what we can't show when it comes to that. So, and then, oh my, I wanted to go see my grandbaby this weekend. But see, because I was busy on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday, I had something else I was doing. There was something I was doing, and I can't think for the life of me what it was now. And then Friday, I wanted to rest, and then, well, I came to realize, I have let my little procrastinating self happen. So I had four assignments due on Sunday. I had a quiz, I had an exam, at a 1,000-page essay and at a 500-page thing. And I didn't start on it until Saturday. So let's just say that I punished myself by saying, you can't go see your grandbaby. I didn't even diamond paint because, well, okay, I take that back. I took 1 hour. I lied. I took 1 hour and diamond painted. And then I also took and talked to my bestie for a little bit. So I did take a few little breaks, but I did get it done. Oh yeah, you started with one of the DAC Amazon Spanglers? Well, no, it's Anna. I don't have a book channel. I have a friend of mine that we do a book live on Tuesdays, and so it's just a live once a week to talk about whatever book we're currently reading. And the thing is, though, is that we don't get to read the kind of books that I do the most reading of, but they do have me reading some books that make my little face turn red because I'm just not, yeah, nope. But, you know, I love, like me personally, my style of books. I didn't mean 1,000 pages. I meant 1,000 words. Thank you, Alyssa. Oh, good Lord. I meant 1,000 words, people. I did not have to write 1,000 pages. I had to write 1,000 words. I could never write. Actually, I can't say that I could never write 1,000 pages because maybe one day before I die, the 2 books that are up here in my head that have already been conceptualized will hopefully eventually make it onto paper. Whether it goes anywhere from there, I don't know. But Lord, me thinking I'm writing 1,000 pages. I would be a crazy balloon. Because as it was, just those 1,000 words were 3 pages. I'd be done. I'd be toast. I can't believe I said pages. I did it multiple times and I didn't mean to. But see, the classes that I'm taking right now, interview and interrogation, that is the one that I am nervous about because we have to do a mock interview. So they gave us a scenario. Okay. We had to write questions. I've written questions. I've written now we're getting ready to actually do the actual interview. So I have not ever met or talked to my partner before. So I have to meet with them, talk with them. We have to come up with a plan for how we are addressing this interview. The other part that I am nervous about is the person we're interviewing is our professor, who also just happens to be the chief of police. Can we say I'm nervous? It's supposed to be the TAs keep saying it's supposed to be a fun little exercise. I am terrified. And I talk to people all the time. I get on here, I talk to y'all. I ask my students questions. So it's not that I've never talked to people. It's not that I've never asked people questions, but I don't know what it is. I am paralyzed. I am nervous as all get out to do this. So Anna, so even though I am a teacher, I teach middle school math. I am going to school to get my degree in crime scene investigation. I don't necessarily want to I would love to go to crime scenes and actually do the evidence collection and all that. But you have to be a specific, how do I say this? Physical fitness that at current present time I do not have. Nor do I think I could pass. the physical requirements. So as much as I would love that, I think I'm going to use my brains and hope to get into one of the crime labs working trace evidence or blood spatter analysis or DNA analysis, something like that. That's kind of my my hope. My hope is that I'll be able to do that. Hey Pamela, how are you? Thank you. I hope I'll do okay because I know he's just Mandy. I know he's just a person, but he's a person who holds my grade in the palm of his hand, and he's the chief of police. Do you have any idea how many interviews and interrogations he can do? He even told us on our thing that depending on how we ask the questions, this thing very well could turn from an interview into an interrogation. So I'm like, so we're gonna see how well I can do. Now with my other class, what the paper had to be on, we had to watch these two videos. They were old. One was an old HBO special, and then there was a follow-up. I don't think it was by HBO, but it was a follow-up. So it was a film called Paradise Lost, about a murder. If you're interested in looking at it, it was very, very interesting. It was about a group of teenagers that were convicted of a crime. They were called the West Memphis Three. So you had Paradise Lost, and then you had Paradise Lost 2, which was a continuation of it was very, very interesting case because you come away going, well, and then you got a little bit of questions, and then the way that the story ends, because I mean it continued on through the media, and then the convictions have not been overturned, but there's been some other things that have happened, and it is wow. The whole story was very graphic and brutal. I will tell you that it was very graphic and brutal, but at the same time, it was very interesting to see the prejudices and stuff like that that came along with it, and what happened with the investigation and it was so weird because it happened the year I graduated high school. So for me, it was like when the kids in that were the same age at the time that I was. So like these guys were my age. I was listening to the same things that they were listening to. I like to wear my black, and I listened to Metallica, and they were chosen because they wore black. They listened to Metallica. They were different. So it was for me. It was kind of like because this was back the same age as me. So that was just mind-blowing to me. And so I actually had a lot to write. I actually ended up writing, I hope I don't get dinged for it. I actually ended up writing like 100 or 1,120 words. So, let's see. Oh, I missed some comments. Yeah, Bambi, you'd be terrified too? I know they're just people. Diamonds and golden dust. Don't think of him as a professor or a police officer. Just think of him as a person. I'm going to try to. They said to keep it conversational. So that is what I'm hoping to do. I know that because we're going to be doing it on like a Zoom, it's not like I can say, "Can I get you something to drink?" or because I'm not in his presence. And he said that the last time he had someone start off the whole interview with, "Can I get you something to drink?" He's like, "Well, sure. You want to come on over to my apartment and get me something from the sink over here?" So, he said, just think about where we are. So I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, Alyssa, your sister's finishing her master's in forensics with a specialty in DNA analysis, and she just presented her master's project. So now, oh my gosh. I would, see, I'd love to talk to her and be like, what about this? What about this? He's so full of knowledge that I can use. Yeah, I'm hoping so. Put my mama hat on. and you know what your kid did, and you need to. That's a good idea. Put my mama hat on. um, they are free. Yes, and I don't know if there's a third Paradise Lost map. I haven't checked that one. I really should though, because we've been doing some research because we're having to ask, like, or we're having to answer stuff like, how did the media portray, did it have anything to do with the outcome of the case? Or, and I'm sorry if y'all are not interested in forensics or anything like that, or true crime. I am a huge true crime buff. That's kind of why I'm going into getting my degree in forensics. Whether I actually get an opportunity to work in it or not, I am absolutely loving learning about it. But they are free. They took what was called an Alford plea. So in other words, they kind of pled guilty, but they still got to hold on to their innocence claim. But they are, if I am correct, Eccles, who is one of the boys, is still both, I think all three of them are still trying to fight to get their name exonerated. Because I mean, they found DNA there. The last I read, at least in my research, is that they have finally been, they went through the grand jury, I think, or Supreme Court, I think, to try to get the DNA evidence that they have found tested and checked, because, like, it's crazy to me that there were so many inconsistencies in the case. If you have not checked out the story, it's pretty cool, because I mean, it talked about how they took number one, they focused in on someone who was different because they listened to heavy metal music, because they were Black, and because they read books by people like Stephen King. Seriously? Okay. And I love Stephen King's books, and I read true crime, I read paranormal, I read, like, Stephen King. I've read most of his books. Okay. D.R. Coombs, I love him. I thriller, mystery, suspense, true crime, I am on it like Donkey Kong. Okay. But they were picked because of that, because they were different from the mainstream. And of course they chose the one he literally had an IQ of 72, y'all. 72. And so that's what makes this even crazier, is because he did not understand what was happening. And so it's a very, very interesting story. Sorry, here I am. Y'all, I watch all of these true crime podcasts and stuff like that, and y'all have no idea how often I used to do a Forensic Fridays whipping chat, where I discussed like an old Forensic Files episode. But I have yet to actually do one where I go like face to face and talk about a case, because like I would have to have notes beside me to keep myself on track. But I have seriously considered, but I mean, I think I'd have to start a different channel. I don't know. Y'all might have to give me some thoughts. If maybe I just bring back Forensic Fridays, which would be released on a Friday, not necessarily every Friday, and then I could talk about a case while diamond painting. I don't know if people would be interested in that. If so, give me a thought. If people would be interested in me bringing that back, or at least discussing a true crime case. Now, they may be older ones. They may be ones that I've heard about in the thing or whatnot. So I don't know. You have to let me know. Yeah, they were already released because they served 18 years. Can you believe that? 18 years. They do still come up because the most recent one was, I want to say 2025. there was the thing they even one of their lawyers is trying to. He has a theory that it was a serial killer from the highway and stuff. So, oh, I know Patricia Cornwell books. Love them. Kay Scarpetta. I love Kay Scarpetta. I read. I know she's a fictional character. I'm aware that she's a fictional character, but I have read so many of hers. Absolutely do a live, do a crime live. You would watch true crime, especially when it includes. I see that would be the only thing for me is that if I did one, I would want to choose stories that I could tell the story from the beginning, tell you all the nuances, and then tell you how it ended. Now, granted, in things like this one, you would think if this was one of those cases where we were back in the 90s doing this, then the ending would be they're in jail, they've been convicted, blah, 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 blah. And then here we are, and then there's 18 years later and new evidence has come to light and they've been, so it's one of those that I'd like to be able to do one where we could have a wrap up, but at the same time be like, however, if anything strange comes out about this case and I find out later, I will let you know on a different episode. I don't know. So keep that in mind. And now here I am 15 minutes over. So I apologize for that. But maybe, so it sounds like that y'all would watch. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want. At the end of this live, when this live ends, go to the comments section. So like you have to let the live in and then go to the actual comments. And if you're interested in me doing my Forensic Fridays where I do a whip and chat or I get on talking about something true crime, tell me a case that you would be interested in me talking about. It could be this one, the West Memphis 3 that I could talk about, or an older one that's been not one that's currently in the news right now, because I would need something that I kind of want where I can go back and I could look and know from the start to the finish, like how it is. But I would be really interested to know what you would love to hear, what story that you would love to hear about. And tell me, would you prefer it in a whip and chat or would you prefer it in a face-to-face? I don't know. Oh, your dad and uncle worked the Green River Killer. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, Pamela. Okay, look. You were friends with Ann Rule. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I have read so many Ann Rule books. Like Stranger Beside Me was what started. Okay, look, sorry. I'm getting all excited. Stranger Beside Me, because she was friends with Ted Bundy. Like, she is amazing. Oh my gosh. I would love to video. Ann Rule. Okay. Forgive me. Fangirl there for a little second. Because I have read so many Ann Rule books because I love her. I love how detailed she got. I love how she did her writing, and she knew how to go in and research and stuff like that. And I mean, I just, that's amazing. Okay. I'm finally going to go ahead and go. So yes, if you'll just let me know those things when this live ends in the comment section, I would absolutely appreciate it. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I enjoyed talking with y'all. Just know I will have a announcement video for Draw with Spangler coming out this week, so be looking out for it. And our next Monday live will be with Randall and me, so we'll both be here, and we'll get to, I have no idea what he's going to be doing at present, but I have an idea. But I'm going to let him tell you, because it may change. It may change between what he was thinking, and so we'll see. So thank you so much for joining. I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of the week, and that you just have a lot of fun, a lot of time crafting, diamond painting, whatever, and just enjoy the rest of your week. And I will talk to y'all next week. All right, so I'm going to leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until my next video. Bye, guys.